Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk's top plays of the day in both Prize Picks and DFS. I am Joe Sarvati, affectionately known as Coach, and I am joined on this wonderful Friday, April the 15th, by Mr. Josh Crash Davis. Crash, how about the card tonight in baseball?
Yeah. We finally got a slate where we've got all three sites are congruent with each other, and they're all starting at the same time. They have the same amount of games. We've been kind of mixing and matching and moving this and that here and there all week. So it's nice to have it all in one spot.
It does make for an awesome slate. There's no question about it. What's the first look on the weather aspect of things? Are we going to have many effects today, or should we be a little bit better shape?
I think we're going to be in a little bit better shape today. So I'm holding out on a couple of games, but there's a lot of games today, 15. So we'll have to wait and see how it plays out.
Outstanding. And if you're joining us, we're going to do this podcast every day, 7 days a week, either together or one of the two of us will be handling it. We're going to try to do as many of them together as we can and be consistent when it's released so that you have a chance to look at the entire slates and get an idea. So what we've done this year is, rather than going over every game and making it just too long and difficult for everybody to listen to, I mean, I'd love to be able to listen to 2 hours a day of the info, but unfortunately, the world we live in, nobody has that kind of time.
Exactly.
So what we're doing is we're trying to compress everything together with pitchers, prize pick selections, BVP plays, stacks, and then our HR calls. Give you a little feel for the slate, what it's looking like, the top matchups, if there's any weather issues we're looking at, and then give you a good basis to build a core to start getting those lineups together. And, that should give you a good head start on finalizing everything prior to lock. And as we mentioned with baseball, other than the weather, it's so much more calm than basketball. So you've got, pretty much everybody's lineup, what the batting order is, and gives you extra time to really dive in and look at all the numbers. And what we'll, again, we won't go over all the numbers here. We do crunchers and ownership projections and player projections. All of those things we melt together and then give you our top plays and picks and produce it from there. So, all right, man, let's not stall anymore here. We got to talk baseball. Thank you, by the way, to BetUS.com.pa for sponsoring this today. If you want to open an account there, if you're looking to play baseball, you're looking to play the NBA playoffs, anything you can imagine, I've been with BetUS.com.pa for 16 years. They are fantastic. And we have a special offer with them. If you sign up with them, you get 2 free full months, all access from DFS Coach Talk. So sign up with $149 deposit or more at BetUS.com.pa, and then we will hook you up for 2 free full access months at Coach Talk. You have to use the promo code Coach Talk. That's the key. All one word, no space. All right, let's dive into what I always think is the most important piece on the entire podcast, the pitchers. What are your different takes on these pitchers today, Josh?
There's a couple options that you could look at on this slate at the top, but I think I'm actually going to go with who I think is going to be a little bit lower owned play tonight, and in a pretty decent matchup, in my opinion, and it's going to be Brad Keller. He's 9,400 on FanDuel, 7,000 on DraftKings. He's $2,400 cheaper on DraftKings, so I obviously like him more on that site.
I would say
he has a good matchup against Detroit. They're tied with Cincinnati and San Francisco for the 4th most strikeouts per game with 9.83. And in his first start of the year, he pitched 6 shutout innings, only allowing 2 hits and striking out 5 against Cleveland, who's been really good this year. They currently have the best batting average in baseball with a 308 average, which I know it's a young season, but if you've watched Cleveland, they've been very impressive with the way they get on base. So I like the way that this matchup works for him with, him coming off a strong start against Cleveland. I think Detroit should be that much of an easier matchup for him. So Keller is going to be my top pitcher play at this point, probably on both sides. So
very nice. And where you get that discount, you cannot beat that.
absolutely.
Stick. I sort of like the other side of that game, Tariq Skubal. I think he's an up-and-comer. He strikes guys out. Really like that game. The under, I think the pitchers will have control. They should go deep enough. So I'll be loading up on some Tariq Skubal and a little bit of everything myself. And I do like Keller as well. So the under, if you're playing BetUS, is a great play as well.
Yeah, I think also on Prize Picks, that first inning, they have that runs first inning play where you can bet the under or the over. I think the under would be a very good play on that game.
Excellent. What's next in pitching?
It's going to be Kyle Wright. He's 8,000 on FanDuel, 6,700 on DraftKings. It doesn't, in some ways, it doesn't probably make sense that you're going to pick somebody that is going up against a team that just scored 12 runs last night. But in baseball, regression, it's a major part of it, and the odds are on our side, I think. The Braves, they scored 16 runs 2 days ago, but they've struggled in the last two games, scoring only 1 run since then. And I think the Padres are going to be in a similar, situation today. Wright was really good in his start against the Reds. He had 6 shutout innings with 6 strikeouts. And on DraftKings especially, he's only 6,700. So I think he's an excellent value play there. And I think most people are going to be afraid to go with him going up against San Diego after what they did last night. So,
right.
Yeah,
he should be fairly low owned, I would think.
I would think so.
Definitely. Okay. Anything else pitching?
My fade pitcher play is actually going to be the most expensive pitcher on the slate, which that happens fairly often with us.
Yeah.
Carlos Rodon is 10,100 on FanDuel, 9,800 on DraftKings. But he has that matchup that we talked about against Cleveland. He had a really good start to the season, one of the best pitching performances of any pitcher so far this year, with 5 innings and 12 strikeouts in a home opener. That was against Miami. But tonight he has a home opener for Cleveland, and I just don't think him going on the road to Cleveland in their home opener, they're red hot, all that put together, I just don't want to go there. So Rodon is definitely going to be my fade pitcher on this slate.
Yeah, and certainly, Miami's been exposed a little bit this season already. So that definitely you would expect some regression there. But I think he'll still be popular, even though he's expensive, just because of that strikeout potential.
Right. Yeah, he probably will be. But, man, they have so many lefty smashers in Cleveland that I don't like it at all.
They do. And I'll tell you, we don't shy away in fading either high priced or chalk pitchers. And it's paid off. You've done a fantastic job. We both have, except for that Clayton Kershaw issue that we don't want to talk about anymore.
But yesterday we faded Ohtani, and he was a very popular pick, and that worked out well.
So it worked out very well.
Your Rangers hit the heck out of him.
They just pounded him. And what a great call that was, because there were a lot of touts on Ohtani yesterday, a lot. So that was a great call, feather in your cap. And again, just it makes such a difference, when you fade a guy like that has high ownership, that's taking that much salary from somebody, all of a sudden you've got, takedown type potential, no doubt about it.
Definitely.
All right. Are we ready to move on to the next?
Yeah, the next thing is going to be our Prize Picks play.
It is going to be our Prize Picks play, and I even have some Prize Picks plays. But I will share my Prize Picks play with you, and I'll let you throw yours in there as well, because you are Mr. Baseball. But I like this play today. It's JT Realmuto over 6.5 fantasy score. It's against Pablo Lopez in Miami.
Okay.
He's due. He's hot. He can hit this guy. I just like this spot for him. I think that, first at bat, he could get over this number. I just have the confidence he's going to have a big game. He's going to be in a lot of my DFS lineups as well. Yeah. And I just like this spot for him. So JT Realmuto over 6.5 fantasy score is Coach's Prize Picks play of the MLB day.
I like it. So I'm going to go with Jose Ramirez. Like I was talking about that Cleveland stack, Jose Ramirez over 7.5 fantasy score. He's been on fire lately. He's always been very strong against lefties. He's homered in 3 of his last 4. even if he doesn't get a home run, with the way that Cleveland's been getting runners on base, he's projected to bat third. He's going to have plenty of base runners around him. I just think that he's going to get over that fantasy score pretty quick, honestly. So,
and when he gets in a groove like this, it goes on for a while.
I
mean, it's crazy. I saw a clip where it looked like he was they instead of a baseball, they put a beach ball over top of it.
Oh, wow.
So it looked like he was hitting beach balls. They said, this is what Jose Ramirez says. Yeah, a seed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Crazy. And then remember with Prize Picks, again, Prize Picks is a wonderful sponsor of a lot of what we do here. Prizepicks.com, by the way, if you haven't played yet, I'm not sure what you're waiting for. That's what everybody is just raving and going all over Prize Picks and making money. Did you see the giveaway they're having for basketball Saturday?
Yeah. Joel Embiid over a point. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A half a point. So if he scores 1 point, you're a winner. So it's a great time to take advantage of that. There's minimum, you can only play it for a minimum, but hey, I'll take free money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So prizepicks.com, use the promo code Coach Talk. Again, all one word, no space. They'll match that first deposit all the way up dollar for dollar to $100. So, and also with Prize Picks, we release multiple Prize Picks choices throughout the day for basketball and baseball and golf. So you'll want to be in our Discord to do that. All right. My favorite, and I argued my point yesterday, and I'll just do that every once in a while for people that missed it. But I think BVP is a big thing. What are your BVP plays of the day here?
I'm going to go with Jose Altuve, 3,600 on FanDuel. He's 5,400 on DraftKings, so better value on FanDuel. But he's 417 against Marco Gonzalez with 10 hits and 24 at bats, including a home run. I just think that he's going to be. I think he's going to hit a home run tonight, but I just think he's going to have a really good game.
3,600 on FanDuel.
3,600 on FanDuel.
Yeah. I mean, if he's not 100% play on that at that price, I'm not sure what you're playing here.
Yeah.
I agree with you completely. I think that's a terrific play. All right. Excellent. Let's move to the, or did you have a fade there or is?
No, that was it. That was it.
Okay.
The BVP play. Yep.
And then again, probably the most important piece, even though I love the BVP pick, stacks, they're the optimal way to go with things. You got to find the right stacks, and that's going to win you everything. So what do we got on stacks today, Crash?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Toronto Blue Jays as my top stack. They're going to be going up against Dalton Jeffries. He pitched 5 shutout innings in only 48 pitches against the Phillies. Yeah. But I just feel like pitching in Toronto, they were shut out last night. They're going to come in red hot and pissed off. And, I think they're going to hit the heck out of the ball. My top plays would, of course, be Vlad and Springer, but I also like Matt Chapman and Lourdes Gurriel, who's batting 4th now with the injury to Teoscar Hernandez. So, that would be the 4 from Toronto I like on the top stack. And then on the GPP side, I do like the Angels. They were supposed to face Spencer Howard, but he's dealing with an injury, so they're going to face the Texas Rangers bullpen tonight. And I think their ownership's going to fall lower, below the Yankees, the Astros, the Cubs, and the Rockies at Coors. The Dodgers will probably see some ownership after last night. But besides Trout, I like the lefties here with Ohtani, Brandon Marsh, Jared Walsh. Those would be my plays for the Angels.
Excellent. Did you see the home run Trout hit to center?
I did not. I didn't see that.
Oh, my God. The center fielder, did a 2-step trot, and he was like, no. And he just stood there. You didn't know if he was standing there because it was a can of corn, and he just kept standing there, and you never saw the ball come down. It was so far that the cameraman didn't go back far enough because you couldn't see. It just vanished. It was like the Darth Vader GIF.
Yeah, the Darth Vader.
He was just out of the stadium.
Right.
He murdered it. I guess it was 472 to dead center.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he murdered it. And I expect that game. I like both sides of stacks there. Double stack. I think it could be a high scoring slugfest there with those pitchers.
I agree. Yeah. I think they got Reed Detmers going for the Angels. So
it just reeks of like a 10-9 kind of game. But but we will see. All right, excellent. How about the HR call for you in this game or in this slate 11?
Yeah. I'm going to go with Shohei Ohtani. He hasn't hit a home run this year. He hit 46 last year, of course, second only to Vlad Guerrero Jr. I just feel like he's due. And as I mentioned, they're going to be facing that Rangers bullpen. So I just feel like it's time for him to hit his first home run of the year.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm going JT Realmuto like I took in Prize Picks. I sense him going deep, a couple extra base hits tonight. I like this spot for him. So excellent, man. Anything else MLB wise that we need to check on?
It's April 15th, so it's Jackie Robinson Day. So
that's right.
We'll see all the 42s out there. It'll be kind of hard to recognize your favorite players, so you'll have to keep a close eye on that. But it's always a big day in Major League Baseball and a day to celebrate. So definitely wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, it'll be great to see. And it is confusing, especially when they're showing clips and there's no lead up. You just see it and you're like, who is that for sure? Yeah, it's always a little bit interesting, but it should be a fantastic day. Great slate tonight. And we have NBA, the finals, 2 games for the play-in, and then the full-blown NBA tomorrow. So great time to get involved with DFS Coach Talk. I mean, we've got so much going here with baseball and basketball mainly, and then PGA as well.
Yeah.
And last year and the year before, mid-April to the end of the first week of May, those 3 weeks were our hottest. Statistically, we keep, everything is recorded, wins, losses throughout the last 2 years. That 3-week stretch, 2 years in a row, has been our hottest overall stretches. So taking advantage of those NBA playoffs, and then now that Major League Baseball's a couple of weeks in and settling down a little bit, I think this is a great time to get involved. We've got some great announcements coming up in the future, but if you want to dive in right now, just check us out for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's 3-day pass for $10. Can't beat it. Just go to dfscoachtalk.com and sign up right there. It'll put you right directly in our Discord. You get all our plays, lineups, scores, everything will be there for you. So we would love to have you try us out. If you're watching this on YouTube, also hit that thumbs up. That means a ton to us. We bring you these in front of the paywall every day in multiple sports, and we really count on that thumbs up, that subscribe button. And if you miss some of our premieres when they post, just hit that button in the upper left-hand corner. That little alarm will let you know, give you an alert every time one of our podcasts posts. Yeah. And other than that, I want to thank our presenting sponsor, BetUS.com.pa. You can sign up there with the promo code Coach Talk and get 2 free months with your $149 first deposit to BetUS. That is it, my friend. We are in the books. We've got hopefully a fantastic night of baseball and day of baseball. Good weather holds up, and basketball and everything else going. And then you can catch Crash tomorrow for the pod. Deb and I will be on baseball, and we'll have all our picks in Discord. So any final thoughts, sir?
No, I think you covered it well, and I wanted to throw that in there about the Jackie Robinson Day, and that's about it.
That's it. Well, everybody enjoy it, and tune in this weekend. We'll be with you all weekend as well. Hopefully everybody has a little extra time to spend with family on this Easter weekend. So have a great one, and we'll certainly be back again tomorrow when we look to crush it in DFS and Prize Picks.